Hello, everyone. I'm Real Kill Voltage on Twitter, and this is Radix Radio. Got some legends in the house today. Be Like Water, Bobby Size Mover, Jordan T. Jones, Squidward XRD, all legends. Before I introduce them, just want to say do your own due diligence. All of us love Radix. We all love OC Swap. We all love Caviar. And just keep it in mind. I'm actually starting this week. I'm a Radix ambassador as well. So is Squidward. So we're volunteers essentially for Radix. That's how much we love it. We're willing to put the time in. So just keep that in mind. For those who don't know, because there'll probably be a lot of people listening to this afterwards, radixdlt.com is the official website of Radix. It's a decentralized network for Web3 applications and finance. We're talking atomically composable transactions at scale and speed. The official roadmap is for Q1 of next year to be Babylon release, which is going to bring smart contracts, and then 2023 will be sharding 2 to the 256 power of shards. Talking a lot of shards, like more shards than atoms in the universe. So there's like enough there to do anything. This is a really powerful tool. So that's what really brings people together. But having said that, just want to say hello to all you legends.
Good evening from where I'm at least.
Can you say hi and tell us what your name is, or at least your screen name, and kind of what part of the country you're in, so people sort of know who they're talking to?
Who's going first?
So, Be Like Water, where are you from?
Yo, I'm from Chicago, United States. So I'm from Chicago.
Sweet. And then we got Bobby. You're from Canada?
Hey guys, I'm from Canada. Yeah.
Sweet. Jordan's from UK.
Yeah, man. I'm from a place called Berkshire in the United Kingdom.
What's it called? Bobshire?
Berkshire, yeah.
Super
pop.
Sweet. And Squidward, you're from like Belgium, right?
Yes, I'm from Belgium, center of Europe.
Is it good chocolate? Good chocolate there?
Chocolate, but especially the beers, man. I got to tell you.
Oh, the beers. I missed caffeine and alcohol.
That's a perfect combination if you ask me.
You probably need those both right now.
Yeah, I've got it in my bloodstream 24/7, so it's all right.
I hear you, bro. I drink 3 cups of coffee a day. I'm into the caffeine. Not so much beer though for me. All right, so tell me a little bit about one of the reasons I brought you guys here all together is because you're all like legends in the community, especially for your giveaways. Talk about it all the time. Every time I get on Twitter, there's some form of a giveaway going on. So maybe you guys can all talk about this one together, as far as like, just tell me a little bit about giveaways. And I also want to know in particular, like, I know Jordan has like a special person that works on these for him because he's so into it. And Bobby, you got like a ton of giveaways, bro. Like, I don't know how you managed to do all that. Do you have somebody working for you too? Let's hear about that a little bit first.
Yeah, no, nobody working for me yet. I could probably use somebody though. It's definitely a lot of work to deliver the giveaways, especially to do it, promptly and on time, so you make sure that your winners are taken care of. That is tough, but it's definitely a rewarding thing to do, and it's a fun thing to do as well. Like, I think you meet a lot of cool people through doing giveaways and stuff like that. So overall, mostly it's just for fun. I think that's what I get out of it the most.
Yeah,
as well as the people.
I think in addition to your trading, it's giving you like a legendary reputation for like just your generosity, and you guys too, man. Like everybody that's up talking today, and other people as well. We got a lot of like super generous people in the Radix community.
Yeah, it definitely gets everybody excited. I think that's my favorite part about it. Like, I always like when I first fire off a giveaway, like, you get to see a bunch of comments and stuff like that. You get everybody hyped up, and that's definitely the most fun part for me anyway.
Yeah, same here. Like when I do giveaways as well, I just do it for fun. Especially like when we do like team up giveaways. It's interesting to see the community like just interacting with each other. It's more so it's very organic the way we communicate with each other, and that's one thing I like about the Reddit community. And a lot of us, as far as giveaways, it just comes from the heart. Like I really wanted to get
Yeah.
more exposure to Radix, so it was more so just doing it just for the community, pretty much. And then it became like a big thing, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Jordy, you got anything to say on that?
Yeah, man. Like as you can only probably all imagine, Ethereum giveaways were just fake as fuck, and nobody actually gave anything ever away that they said they would. Like one ETH to one random dude that likes and retweets this sort of shit. That
Yeah, I
never
hear that
came
all the
true.
time. I've actually never seen anyone win that.
I never seen it. Like even when I go into other communities, just to like observe the communities, because honestly, Radix is like the first real community that I've been in because I haven't been in crypto long, probably a year. So when I joined this community, it was like for one, it was early. Two, it was able to I was able to build relationships with other people. Now,
100%.
for example, like Solana or Ethereum, I see all these like influencers talking about, oh, like retweet this, and I'm bored today, so I'm gonna give out. Nobody never like can vouch and say they got that, but we can, and people can vouch
Yeah,
for that.
man.
Yeah,
We can show our ledger histories.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. I've been in a couple other communities before, and I've never seen anyone so generous as these people here. And speaking of giveaways, before I get too far into it, I kind of announced yesterday we're going to do a little bit of tasty giveaways today. And the way we're kind of talked about doing that, because we like to reward people that are dedicated to Radix, is that's going to be basically at the end of the podcast or at the end of the tweet space. I'll kind of go through the list and see who was sort of around, kind of hanging out with us, and we'll sort of base the giveaways off of that. So people that are kind of hanging out with us and having a good time, those be the more likely to get giveaways. It's going to be random, but I'll try to, if you're here the whole time and you're not getting a giveaway, it's pretty sucky. So unless there's not enough people to do that, we'll try to help you out. So I just kind of wanted to offer that up to the community because these are like the giveaway legends, and it just wouldn't be right if there wasn't some giveaway involvement in some way.
Hell yeah.
So I see Murtaza is in the group too, and we were talking about him too when we talk about like the generosity of the community. Jordan, do you think we're gonna talk to Murtaza today?
Yeah, he's ready for us to just bring him up at any point.
Sweet. I'm gonna do it now because I want to talk to him a little bit about what the project is that's based around him and about the generosity of the community.
That'd be
So
fantastic.
hopefully he's cool with that. We'll see if I can get him. If you guys don't know Murtaza, if you're new here, he's from Afghanistan. Was English professor, I believe, at a university there. What's up, bro? Can you hear me? Murtaza, can you hear me, bro?
Hi, good morning, everybody. Actually, let's say good night. It's night here.
Hey, what time is it over there?
It's just 2 a.m. It's
2 a.m.?
Yeah, 2 a.m. Everybody's sleeping. That's why I said good morning.
You're hardcore, man. You're hardcore, bro.
Yeah, it's very warm. I woke up just right now. So how's everybody doing? Okay. A lot of legends here, and it's difficult to talk in front of a lot of legends. Bufflay, Jordan, Below Water, Kilovoltage, the Ultra Legends.
We got your back though, bro. All these legends looking out for you.
Thank
You're
you.
more than welcome here.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, man.
Yeah.
sir.
What should I talk about, Jordan?
Well, hey, I kind of know that I don't know who was organizing the charitable event for you, but I just thought it was a good opportunity, and actually, it's Jordan's idea that it's a good opportunity where you have the community together to maybe talk a little bit about the fundraiser that's going on for you and the sort of the situation on that. And then I thought after the space is over, I might post the link in the comments under the tweet space so people can donate if they're interested. But just wanted to give you a chance to talk about that a little bit. I kind of read your story, but I'm not sure everyone else knows about it.
Oh, yeah, thank you. The fundraiser program is organized by Mike, by Raviant, by Doka, and some other friends. That was very great, you know. It was planned to start around 3 months ago, but I didn't accept for some reasons. And for some reasons, I had to accept this one. You know, it was like a karma. Karma means when you do something good to people, something good happens to you too. In the past, I used to support people with donations and these things myself when Afghanistan had republic government, and I was serving Afghanistan as a university professor and also one of the founders of the institutions. I used to support people, but now people support myself. This is great, and I think it's just because of the karma I believe in philosophy as I studied. I think I should start with a little bit introduction about myself because some people don't know me, and this is the first time that they listen to me, particularly the legends. I'm 31 years old and I live in Kabul right now. I have a master's degree in sociology, and my bachelor's degree is in philosophy and sociology. I have a background of working with international organizations too. I used to teach TOEFL, IELTS in different institutions in Afghanistan in different international organizations, and I've served for 10 years as teacher of universities in different institutions and universities. It's about this. Mike just 3 months ago suggested me to start a fundraiser program because all my plan to get evacuated from Afghanistan. You know, for a while I was completely confused at what should I do because I lost my capital here. You know, I had a little bit investment here in the institution, around $15K. All just went in a night. The next, all the banking system in Afghanistan fell. All the banking system, and some banks escaped. Do you believe? Some banks escaped with the money.
Sure.
You know, a lot of things happened to me. If you want to compare people like me in the crypto, I'm a loner. In a night, I lost everything. I'm a loner. Bob plays our Bitcoin, and I'm a loner. Yeah. You know, the life was not going well, and Ravian just introduced me and brought me to Radix, and Radix a little bit supported me with.
How did you know Raviant before you got into Radix, or did you were you already here when you met Raviant, or were you from somewhere else?
No, we just got introduced in a Telegram group somewhere. It was a Ponzi group, something like that. AST, another crypto group. I asked the question there, and Raviant, you know, he's very kind. He replied to my comment there, and then
yeah, nice guy.
Yeah, he's nice guy. He brought me to Radix, and he introduced me with Radix. He installed the everything from A to Z. He supported me with some NFTs too. He said that these NFTs are really let's say valuable in these things. I was not believing it at the beginning because it's my first time that I see an NFT in these things.
It sounded like from reading the Raviant's post that they're trying to get you to maybe Germany or somewhere to move. Can you speak about that a little bit about where you want to go and how the funds will help you?
Yeah, you know, since all applications in the European countries just failed and didn't work, and the US embassy didn't support me, the UK embassy didn't support me. So is the case with the other applications I had for the other European countries, didn't work. One of the ways which is currently working is getting an admission at a university in a European countries, particularly UK and Germany. But that needs a bank statement to prove that for 1 year you can support yourself and your family in this country. And in that case, if I prove that I have, for example, the life expenses for 1 year in Germany or in UK, they give me a visa. The block account just goes to a university when I get admission, which is quite easy for me because I have the requirements. And then I can apply for visa. I talked to my friends in Germany. They said that Germany needs 861 euro per month for every person. I am 3 people, okay, myself, my son, and my wife. And for 1 year, we need around 31,000 euros, which will be around $35,000. If I get that amount
Gotcha.
of money, if I get that amount of money blocked in a bank account in a university in Germany, then I can get admission. Then I can get actually the visa, and that makes me a way to get out of Afghanistan right now, because the embassies are not in Afghanistan, let's say, and the NGOs that support the Afghan migrants receive millions of emails. Kila, they receive millions of emails every day, and they are somehow spammed with email. They don't reply, and that's the only way. That is the only way, and that's a certain way that can take me out of Afghanistan, whether to UK or to Germany. And that starts in February, I think. The admission starts in February or in January. That I'm going to apply again. Till that, I have to make around 35K, and
Gotcha.
a lot of reasons came together, and then Mike, Reviant, Docom, and other people just organized this fundraising program, which was quite successful, and I'm thankful to all, let's say, Radix family. And it was like this, bro.
That's a good feeling, man. It's good that they can bring some light into the darkness for you. How much do you have of the goal that you're trying to hit, and how much do you need just to kind of help people understand what you're trying to raise still?
Actually, it's around, I think Mike updated that one, and it's around 3K, I think now. I think it's around 3K collected by,
Gotcha.
Donated by Radix family.
That's great, man. Well, hopefully being on this space with all these people, and hopefully we can, retweet and try to get the word out. I feel like it's just like in my mind, it's just a question of like, you just have to have the right person see that. And one person that has that kind of means can take care of that really quick. I would imagine. I think it's just a matter of getting the right exposure. So hopefully in that sense, we can help you do that, bring awareness to it.
Yeah, thank you. Kilo, there is there's another way to support me, and that's a little bit, more, let's say, diplomatic in these. As I talked to Jordan about that, but I got my case in UK Embassy too. I got my case there. If a person just supports me with following that case in the UK Embassy in UK, particularly in the Ministry of Defense, just a person goes there, for example, from UK or London, person who's living in London. If he follows the case, I think that also, they give me the confirmation, the approval, and within a month they can evacuate me. This is also working. That does not need any donations, anything, but that just needs a lawyer. Lawyer. If the lawyer supports me, if we have, for example, here a lawyer to work with the migration system of the UK and these things, if I get my approval from the Ministry of Defense, particularly the Ministry of Defense, because Ministry of Defense supports the migrants right now and their migration unit, that also works for me. That time we don't need any donation, nothing. I can refund all the donations that we have if I get my approval from the UK. I applied to at least 6 or 7 countries, but I didn't get any reply from any of them. I'm just bro left behind here.
And thanks for
Okay,
coming
yeah.
on to talk to us too, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Okay, thank you, brother.
Yeah, you got it.
And
You got it, bro.
and I'm listening to Jordan. Okay, culture legend Bugfly, my bro. Okay, be like water and others. If
Yeah,
question, okay, I'm here.
cool, man. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Okay, the mic is with them.
Thanks for all your support on that, everybody. It's a good example of like the Radix community coming together for someone. Awesome that Radiant got to put that together.
It's really hard to hear that these things still happen in the world, you know.
Yeah, totally. Especially when it's someone that you know. It's I think the one interesting thing about Radix is that we're all around the globe, and so you talk to people that are in another country even, and it's like they live next door to you.
Yeah, when you see it on the news, you just like watch it for a couple of minutes and you say to your wife like, "Yeah, that shit happens." But when somebody tells the personal story, just a normal guy like us with hardworking, with a family, a kid, and living in these conditions is just like, yeah, it makes me at the moment really humble for the things I got and things that I'm stressing about. It is just laughable when you compare it to his side of the story. So yeah.
For sure, dude. For sure. So since you're talking right now, and actually all of you guys, I wanted to talk about this too. Tell us about your journey into Radix. How did you come to be in this space, in crypto in particular too? Like where did you how did you get here?
Well, in crypto in particular, I think a couple of years ago when I was like 15, 16 with my nephews through not just the average crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, just the normal stuff. But I was too young to invest it, so I gave my money to my nephews and they put it in a wallet for me.
That's awesome.
and then a couple of years later, like yes, I invested in Solana. Don't blame me. It made me a
Oh
lot of
no, I
money
don't
at
blame
that
you.
time. So, but like VeChain also came my way, and then a couple of months ago, I was watching some YouTube, and I follow Altcoin Daily sometimes, and they posted a video about Radix, and then I just looked it up a little bit, and what they were doing and what they were saying on their site was just really mind blowing. I never saw that before, and then I checked it out, and I came upon the Nerds NFT. So I bought a couple of those after figuring out for like 3 days how to set up a wallet and how to deposit all the funds that I had in it. So that took a while. And then I discovered the Twitter space because before that I never used Twitter. Just LinkedIn and Instagram, and that's it. And then I saw Bobby, Be Like Water, all the big names in there doing giveaways. And I wanted, yeah, I never, let's say, participated in a real community, let's say. So I wanted to participate in that, but I'm not a crypto guy or a programmer, but I had some funds and I wanted to help people. I wanted to be a part of it. So I copied them a little bit. And till this day, I'm really glad I did.
You're pretty big on giveaways now. Is that true?
I try my best. Yeah, is it big? For some, maybe it is, but for some, it's just like normal, let's say. I just try to help people and not say like, yeah, look, I am that guy that does big giveaways, like stuff like that. So no.
Gotcha. How about the Radix Ambassador Program? Tell me about that. As far as
Yeah,
your experience with that.
That actually is an incident, a funny incident, because when I saw in the Telegram group, in the Radix Meetup Telegram group, that a lot of people were hosting those. So I was saying to my wife, like, we need to do that. We need to do one as well in Belgium or the Netherlands, somewhere in that region. And I texted Jacob from the XRD from the Radix company, and he talked to me like that, and he was saying like, yeah, let's set up a meeting and we will talk about it. And fine, and we talked about it, and he proposed to me like, have you heard of the Radix Ambassador Program? And I was like, yeah, I heard a little bit about it, but I don't know what it means. Like, Like, do we need to pay money for it? Is it like a subscription? And he was laughing at me like, no, it's not. It's like a volunteer program. And I was like, yeah, I was interested in it because you don't get paid for it. It's like a hobby that got out of hand. It has all
Yeah.
sorts of, you can contribute to like all sorts of things. Like some people organize events. Some people are really 24/7 in the community, like engaging with other people, helping other people. And some people are just content creators, like memes, like let's say NFT creators, like, yeah, all kind of things. And I,
Yeah,
for my
Radguild.
part,
I see Radguild's down there. He's doing a. I don't know if they approved it or not, but he had talked about doing like a poker entry into like a World Series of Poker or another big tournament in Vegas and trying to get like a sponsorship. Which I
yeah,
saw
I
him saying
backed them
yesterday he was
for
working on
poker.
that.
I
He's gonna.
backed them for poker because chess is not my thing.
Oh, I love it all, man. I love all of it.
No, but after the meeting, I applied for being an ambassador and I got agreed. And I think why? Because we as a group, and not me in particular, we do a lot of giveaways and we give people the chance to enjoy all of what Radix has to offer. And maybe they don't have the funds for that, so they can bet a little bit and hope that they will win. And
Did
some
you
people,
see? Did you see Jacob already? Like, did you do the live thing?
no, not already,
Oh,
no.
I did. I talked to him last week. I told my wife, I was like, I'm gonna go talk to Jacob and one of his associates, and I'm like, honey, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna wear like a suit, and the guy's gonna be in a t-shirt, because that's
Yeah,
like all
that's
like
the
your
funny
classic
thing.
crypto guy. Your
I was
classic
all
guy always
dressed
wears
up.
a t-shirt, right? So I get
Yeah.
online with him. It's like 5:30 a.m. in the States. I get online with him last Wednesday, and I've got like my dress shirt on, and he comes on in his t-shirt and his huge beard. He looks like a Chad. And he
Yeah,
just
he's
it
a
was
great
exactly
guy.
like he's exactly like your archetype muscular crypto investor. You know the old
Yeah,
memes where all the guys are sitting around and they have huge muscles and they're like texting the new guy. That's like Jacob.
yeah, that's him. That's him. But he's a fun guy. He's really
He's
great to
awesome.
talk to.
He's
He's really
awesome. It was
great
a
to
great
talk
chat.
to. And now I'm planning to host, like, in the next couple of months. I hope next month, or maybe it will take 2 months, to host a meetup in Belgium or the Netherlands. I don't know if anyone in this group is listening that's from Belgium or maybe even Germany a little bit on the western side of it, or the Netherlands. So that will come up for sure.
Awesome, man. Yeah, the groups of the meetups have been getting huge lately. Like the last week or so, man, it's like explosive meetup growth. I feel like everybody's getting kind of energized with getting so close to Babylon. I think the next
Yeah,
few months, even though the market's like terrible, people losing their jobs in the space. Tom was kind of talking about that a little bit. And
yeah,
but at the
it's a
same
hard
time,
time.
Radix, even with the prices, bro, I feel like things are really bullish around here.
Yeah, and the thing that I never saw with the community before is that every single person in this, maybe some, because you call us all legends, but I think we're really not. I think we're just trying to help others. And I think every member in this community is important, because without a member, you don't have a community. So
Yeah,
we
for
all
sure.
participate in this.
We got to
Some
have
maybe
all
more
these
than
people on
others.
here. Everyone here is a link in the chain. We need
Yeah, that's
everybody
true.
to do their part, and it's great to see such a good turnout. So, hey, Be Like Water, how you doing, bro?
Yo, I'm good, bro. So
Tell me about your interest in how you got into Radix, and in particular, how did you become like such an OC swap legend? Like, tell me, like one day you must have just what was that process like to get you where you're at today? Because I know you're like a humble guy and you're like, I'm not a trader, I'm an investor. I feel like we're a lot alike in some ways, but in other ways, you're like, they're like, here, take this NFT of this OC cat because you're so badass. Like there's a story there.
okay, so let me tell you. So I got into crypto last year. You know, my first investment was Bitcoin, and I'm pretty sure Prophet can guess my second investment, which was XRP. He liked to talk to me about it a lot. Um, so I was on Twitter.
XRP, you mean like Ripple, or you mean like
Yeah,
XRD, like Radix?
no, XRP Ripple.
Oh, okay, cool. I had some Ripple back in the day, man. Like maybe I don't remember 2016 or something. Dude, that was bullish. It went like from 80 cents to $3 in like a week, and then it just crashed.
Yeah,
But
see,
it's a good product. I don't fault it. It's got potential.
yeah, for sure. But I think it's a guy named, he's a chart analyst. I think his name is Alejandro. He posted like, this is my long term play, XRD. Actually, he said EXRD. I'm like, man, what is EXRD? So I just put the hashtag in and started looking at the community, and it was pretty new. It wasn't a lot of people in the community. So I went on YouTube to go, look at some videos. Typical what a typical person would do, to go look at it. The about XRD. My bad. So I'm looking. I didn't see a lot of videos on Radix, so I looked at some old videos of Dan. So I'm listening to him. I'm like, man, this guy is super techy, and
Genius.
and I'm like, so I started to compare like the pros and cons with Ethereum and XRD. And then I started going on the website, then Telegram, Discord. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna throw a few bucks at it. And then I started to read more about it. I started to look at the white paper. It was a little difficult to read. I'm not like super techy, but it was interesting nonetheless. And as I was starting to invest, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start doing giveaways because I actually like this project and I like the community. So I started doing small giveaways, and
Would you say that's like late last year, or what kind of time frame are you talking about?
So I want to say I got in mid-November, pretty much. I think my first giveaway was November 17th or something like that, right before Thanksgiving. So I did like 2 back-to-back giveaways the month of November, and I think I did another back-to-back giveaway for Christmas as well. That's when I first started new giveaways. It was more like I was doing, okay, 50, I'll do 1,000 XRD, and I'll pick like 5 people. But in my head, I knew I was gonna give out 2,000 XRD. So when I was doing my giveaways, it was more so like I was just gonna give people who won, and then I was gonna give people who participated a small percentage. And I was getting more and more people involved in the giveaways, and then that's when I met the likes of Bobby and other legends, and we started to like collab, and the stuff started to get bigger. Far as OC Swap, somebody posted the OTC group. So that's how it started with me. So I started to get into Telegram, and then that was
yeah. That was the wasn't that Peanut Butter, like one of his guys over there?
Yeah. So I met him via Telegram, and I was just like collecting OC Swap because when we had our first airdrop, I'm like, oh, this is a cool project, and it was the first DEX on Radix too. So I was like, okay, man, I'm getting in early on the DEX because I looked at the likes.
Yeah, and you must have been around the same day that you started. Like that was. I feel like that was around the time that they launched their Telegram group and started really showing up. So you were probably there like right around the beginning.
Yeah. So I was more so in the trade. OTC. Even though I was in the OC Telegram, I was mainly in the Radix Talk, the OTC Talk, and the OTC trading group. So I was mainly in there. So I was meeting everybody there, and I formed relationships with a lot of people. So nobody really was, from my point of view, nobody was really interested in OC in the beginning, because when the airdrops dropped, I was just like, hey, you want to trade? I got some extra XRD. You want to swap out? And people would just swap it. And at that time, I think Radix was trading around like 24 cents, in between 18, let's just say 20.
Oh, yeah, sure.
The time I collected, the OC I collected. And I was doing 1 for 2. So just imagine how much XRD that was. But I started collecting just XRD. OC. I just kept grabbing it. At first, I got to my first goal. I'm like, okay, goal completed. And then people was like, certain people. Also shout out to all Radix and MCAN, because without them, this wouldn't even be possible what I'm talking about. But I kept grabbing OC. I hit my goal. Typical, human psychology. I can buy some more. I got some extra money. I want some more. And then I surpassed my goal again and surpassed my goal. Then I became like the OC guy. So I started like to talk about OC more on Twitter, just to get it out there more, because a lot of people wasn't talking about OC in the beginning. And I started to do, far as giveaways, I was doing like little giveaways with OC. Like I was like, hey, if I do an NFT, I just throw some OC. I don't even put it in a giveaway. I just was giving people OC because I had, I collected a lot of it.
Yeah, that's badass, man.
Yeah. So it was just really, the OTC group really got me going. Really, that's like true family right there. That's how I met everybody on Twitter, and I became the OC guy. So
yeah,
much it. Like really, it was just I just collected a lot. Now I'm just so immersed in it now because it's like, okay, cool. I'm in
Yeah,
OC.
dude, I'm really excited to see how
I
you
have
do
a lot
with
of
that. I
plans
think you're
for
going to
like
do well with that.
I have a lot of plans, like especially when Babylon hit for like people who's very interested in OCs too, far as giveaways and stuff too. So
Oh
because
yeah,
because Bobby do a good job with like shout out to Scorp Life too. You know, Bobby do a good job like for the Scorps
oh
and
yeah,
everything else.
Scorpion King.
Yeah. So I got I have to do something for the OC people too. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as what OC go.
And just like speaking of OC, just for anybody that's listening to this from like another chain or something, OC is a badass. Like it's one of my favorite projects on Radix because it really utilizes the tech. When you talk about like, oh, if I want to make Uniswap, I'm spending like 10,000 lines of code. This is allegedly. I don't work over there. I don't know for certain. But it sounds like it was a long process, complicated process. And the OC bros are like, hey, we can do this with 154 lines of code. And you couldn't do something like that without Scripto, man. It's like a great use case, of how powerful Radix is. So they did it in like a short amount of time with not a lot of code, and I think it's going to be true that we're going to find that it's going to be secure, and it's just an awesome example of what you can do. And that's one of the reasons, like when I look at Radix, is the power. It's like how incredibly quick and efficient OC's done that. And obviously, it's not totally finished yet, but it seems like from the data that they've put out that it's a really bullish project. I love it. Bobby, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Hey man, it's good to finally hear your voice. I feel like you've been in the community for forever, and I've talked to you like 10 times, and I've never actually heard your voice. It's good to hear you're a real person, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you too. So you and I were like, I remember when early Scorp days, and I didn't have like the day that I started, there was some matches Scorps, and I think there was a couple others, but I didn't realize at the time like how fast that stuff was going to disappear. And you were like really instrumental in my early Scorp years, I guess. Like you were just like, here, bro, I know there's no bloody tells, but here's one just because I'm a nice guy. Just take this on, it's on me. And I was like, damn, bro, this is like already valuable, and you're just giving them away. That's like a kind of a part of your nature. I feel like just like be like water. You're taking stuff that was like valuable back then and it's just giving it to people. It's definitely like a Radix spirit kind of a move. You want to talk at
Yeah,
all about your early like Scorp trading?
yeah, sure. There really isn't much to talk about, like in terms of the beginning of it. Like I remember when I first found the Scorpions. It was just on Twitter from like the Scorp page. Actually, somebody retweeted like the random bot that tweets out the different Scorpions,
Oh yeah,
and and I just thought I saw them, and I figured like I got to get one of those. So I joined the Telegram, and I think there was only like 10 or 15 people maybe at that time when I joined. Like
wow.
it was maybe a week after launch, maybe 2 weeks. But there was barely anybody there, and I remember searching up the website, and you could just scroll through for days and pick Scorpion. So I had a I had one day where I think I spent like maybe 3 hours straight, and I was just buying Scorpion after Scorpion. I was just scrolling through anyone that I saw that I liked, I got, and
Yeah,
I think I ended
so
up with like
I can
300
identify
or
with that.
something. Yeah, so I bought a lot of Scorpions, and that was actually back when Radix was like, I think it was like 60 cents USD. Like I think it was near the top. So that was actually a substantial amount of money to spend on Scorpions back then. But none of us would have thought it would have got this big, and it's kind of crazy looking back over the last couple months, like how far the community has come, and truly just how valuable the Scorpions are now. Like it's incredible.
Yeah, they have huge volume there also, right? And I have a similar experience too. Like, I don't know, I can't describe the experience to someone that hasn't necessarily been there, but I'll try. It's just like that. It's like you're looking through this list of NFTs, and it's almost like you're looking at, like you're digging through a piles of rare art, and you don't know what you're going to find in there. It was a really fun experience, and I've definitely spent hours and maybe too many hours at night, digging through Scorps in the early days. I wasn't quite as early as you, but maybe like November of last year, I would say. It's a great memory, and it's something that will never, like, only you had to be there to have that experience of just like, oh, I can get all these scorpions, and they're what, like 20 XRD each. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty unique. I think you were there pretty early. I remember you and I trading. I think that's where we met,
Yeah.
and I think that was pretty close to the beginning. So you're definitely an OG.
Oh, thanks, bro. And how did you get into Radix, like before Scorps, or is that what kind of brought you in?
I actually found out about Radix through a Discord. He's involved in the community. You guys might be familiar with him. It's Captain Moose. He's from XRD Scan.
Oh,
He's
yeah, yeah.
actually yeah. So he's actually the guy that brought me on board for Radix. He was just posting about it a ton in this trading Discord that I was very active in. And after a while, I kind of just thought I didn't really know anything about it, to be honest. I just figured if all these guys are in on it, like I don't want to be the one who misses out. So I literally just jumped in on the investment without doing any research on it, actually what it was about. And then once I started getting into the Twitter community, that's when I started going deep into Radix. I started to actually research it and find out what it's truly about. And then since then, I've been buying a ton of it.
Yeah, I don't want to get into your how much you have. I'm sure you have a ton, but you definitely like dollar cost averaged quite a bit. I would imagine. I know I have, but I think when I say that, I feel like I've dollar cost average a lot. I feel like it's probably like a fraction of what you did, because I think we're just like different levels of trading ability, and like different points in our life on our investments. And also, you're like just so people know, you're like, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I feel like you're like a legendary trader. Like, you read books about options and stuff for fun, kind of. Is that a fair statement?
I wouldn't go quite as far to say I'm a legendary trader. I think I'm far from that.
Prophet's
I
like
would love to
laughing
have
over
that
there.
title.
He's
I think I'm an all right trader. I mean, I still learn stuff every day, and it's definitely something that I don't think you can truly be an expert in. Like no matter how much you know and how much experience you have, you can still make mistakes quite easily. So
sure.
I've
It's
been
really
very fortunate to have a good run lately, but it can always change fast.
right, for sure. But how long would you say, as far as years and experience? What, like, let's, maybe that's not the right question. Let's just say I'm a random person on this group right now that's listening to you. Like, what kind of advice would you give someone that's new, that wants to learn how to be better trader? Maybe in like options in particular, unless you feel like you don't spend a lot of time on options. What's like? Would you say read a lot of books, or what kind of advice would you give someone?
That's a tough question. I think the way I go about teaching my friends who ask for advice and stuff like that is I always kind of tell them that it's best, like it's easy to see the gains that an experienced trader might make and think that you can hop in and do the exact same as them, but it's much more risky than that, and there's a lot more to it, and it's not always the best recommendation to tell your friends who may not have a ton of money to invest to go out and do that with their money. So the strategy I take with them now is to think about the long run and to start building a portfolio up by doing the right things, like buying, maybe the S&P funds or something like that, and kind of get an investment base for your portfolio before you start to venture out and dabble in options and kind of other riskier investments. I love options. It's kind of my bread and butter, but it takes a very particular person to be able to trade those successfully, and you have to put your reps in and get experience and trade for a while before you can start actually winning that kind of market. So I always try to caution my friends and my family before they jump in that stuff that it's a lot more tricky and sticky business than you really think it is. So it's best to start and set yourself up for the long run before you kind of take risks and stuff like that with those type of investments.
So Prophet's gonna get really mad at me if I don't ask you this question. I think you know what I'm gonna ask you. Did you ever short XRD? And if you don't feel comfortable answering, that's okay too. Because he's gonna kill me if he's gonna kill me if I don't ask
Oh
you.
my god! Yeah, Prophet's a genius for his propaganda.
Yeah, he's very good at that. I see him
Shout out-
laughing over there like the whole time you're talking.
Shout out to Prophet. I truly got maybe 20 to 30 messages, like DMs on Twitter, when he initially sent his first Bobby shorted XRD. Like I got an overwhelming response to the fact that I actually thought I had to go out and clarify that I did not short XRD. I don't even think you can short XRD.
You
Oh,
can't.
it's funny in my mind because like I hear you stacking XRD all the time, and I was like, why would you buy it if you're shorting it? That would be kind of count. But I don't know enough about trading to feel like I know a good answer to that. But I would have been really surprised if you had said yes to that. But I just wanted to clear the air so that I can give you give the viewers a fair podcast.
Yeah, no. XRD is like 80% of my crypto, so I'm definitely mega long here. No shorted.
That's awesome. And I was going to ask everybody at the end, but I really feel like yeah, sentiment's really bad right now for a couple reasons, mostly market conditions, maybe a little bit of FUD stirred up by James and some other minor things like that. But I really feel like long term, I still feel as strongly as I did before, super bullish on Radix. I wouldn't have become an ambassador if I thought it was a dying project. I think it's mostly just a matter of market conditions. And like I said before, all these groups are getting bigger. And I just feel like really the team, like when I interviewed Jacob a couple weeks ago, he said, oh, we have like 4 years of funds. We're ready for anything. Like other people, you're talking to Tom Gaffney yesterday, and he's like, yeah, people are laying people off. And they're like out there like, hey, you want to come work with us? Like I feel very good about this investment. And just, I don't know if you guys all have, and this is kind of for everyone that's speaking, what are you thinking about the future of Radix? Any thoughts on where we're going and not necessarily price predictions, but just kind of how bullish are you guys on Radix?
Mega bullish.
Same here. I think, I'm looking long term, so I'm not really looking for a quick gain. So I'm looking for 5-10 years out. So I'm pretty confident in Radix, like really confident.
Yeah, it will be a winner for sure. When people start saying like next month will be $500, then I will be more afraid. But for now, yeah, we all Gucci here.
Yeah, the roadmap is really bullish with the Q1 Babylon upgrade. Man, it's like almost here, dude. It's going to be here before you know it, and that's going to be bringing a lot of people in my mind. Jordan, what's your thoughts, bro?
And you know how it is, like at the start, people just tend to think that Radix is just another cryptocurrency, but at the end of the day, it's like an insane network that can handle so much more than just, being bought and sold on an exchange at the end of the day.
100%, man. Bobby, anything else you want to say, get off your chest at all before I move on to Jordan? Because he's got a ton of stuff to talk about.
No, you can pick on Jordan now.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for coming, bro. It's good to chat with you. Jordan, my man, Big Daddy.
Nearly.
I didn't think Jordan was going to make it today. It was really sketchy yesterday whether he was going to be here or not. He's going to be a father like within a few days at the most, I think.
Any moment now.
So I'm glad you're here, man.
Sorry to cut you off.
Thank you very much.
So tell us, Jordan, about well, I can't even keep track, bro. Like you have so many projects that you're gonna have to tell me all. I know you're involved in dinosaurs and raccoons and Buff Wild Crew and Gnome Society.
Yeah,
tell
man.
me all about your projects, bro.
So basically, I met Mr. Radix quite early on into my Radix journey. He's a really, really talented 16-year-old developer. He knows more code languages than I do actual languages. And yeah, basically, he was obviously behind Dinosaurs XRD, and he just brought me on board because at nighttime I'm like a marketer and SEO wizard, and then in the day I'm like a private gardener. So like I just gave him a few ideas at first, just sort of to help him out, and then eventually approached me, and he was just like, "Hey, why don't you like come onto the team, my man?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's do it." And then yeah, after that, through giveaways, thankfully, this is another reason why they're just amazing to do. You meet all these different people, and I ended up meeting the dude who owns Raccoon City. They're building a side-scrolling MMORPG, so it's like Radix Mario essentially.
That's awesome.
And yeah, like he approached me again, and he was just sort of like, "Oh, would you like fancy doing a giveaway for me? Give away some NFTs and just build some hype around the project." And just through speaking to people in DMs, you just sort of build these connections with people, and you become friends over time. It's not just some guy on the other side of the internet, if you know what I mean. You end up connecting with them, and then he just sort of said as well, like, because we had some good success over at Buff Wild, etc. Because I came on as their community lead sort of around the same time, and then he was like, yeah, just come on as well. Similar sort of idea from Dinosaurs XRD, just gave me a percentage. We haven't started selling anything yet. It's still very much in development, and we don't want to rush either. We just want to make sure everything's perfect.
When you say we haven't sold anything yet, which project are you talking about in particular?
Raccoon City. They have actually sold some, but
Gotcha.
they put up their address too early. So some like really bullish people just sent XRD over.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man, me included.
You're saying you bought like a large stake of the raccoons?
Yeah, man, 100%. Because that's just sounds amazing. Obviously, Invaders created a game as well, and they did super well. So I just wanted to get involved.
Awesome. And how did you get involved with Buff Wild?
Well, basically, obviously, Thomas Gaffney is just a legend on Twitter. I used to watch his.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah, man, he's a legend. I used to watch Towards the Storm. I watched his episode with Radish Eco, and then like obviously he just recognized the fact that I was quite prominent in the space in terms of followers, giveaways, etc., and just activity in general. And then he approached me, and Ben Spiller, he's in the call now as well, and he pretty much just said, "Let's jump on the call, boys." And then yeah, like offered us a job with Buff Wild, like told us all about it. We just thought, fucking hell, this sounds amazing. And yeah, we just signed up and we never looked back, really. It's a brilliant project.
Speaking of Tom, bro, like I didn't even like necessarily want to do tweeting, like tweet spaces in the beginning. And I was just one day like randomly with Tom, because I talk to him randomly at times. I'm just like, hey, what do you think about this legally? And he'll just give me like not like financial advice, but like maybe kind of take it in this direction sort of stuff. And anyway, one day I was like, I really think Radix needs like a Twitter space, because all these big projects, there's like tons of people just sitting around talking. I was like, we need that, bro. We got to do that. And he's like, just go for it, man. Just do it. And he's like, you're gonna be intimidated as hell for a little while. I'm still intimidated as hell every time I do it. But he's like, just go for it, do it. And all of a sudden, it's actually fun. Like get in there and actually talking to these people. Like I look at all the names on this list, and almost everyone here, I was like, this guy's awesome. I would love to talk to that person someday. And then you get in there and you talk to them, and you actually like, well, first of all, you think in your mind everyone lives in the UK or everyone lives in the States, and then you realize there's people from all over the world, and it really opens up a lot of doors for like actually humanizing and discussing with everyone. It's so interesting. So Tom was really influential in that for me too, of kind of like helping me push myself out the door to get things going on that.
He helped me do exactly the same with the Gnome Society, man. Like at first I was apprehensive about putting a project forward, and then he sort of just told me, he was like, yo man, you just need to hit it hard and do it now. Like what you waiting for, sort of thing.
I bet he said run towards the storm.
Exactly that. Buff on.
Did you want to talk about Gnome Society at all, or is it too early to get involved in a conversation about that?
Pretty much all I can really say is we're just taking our time, making sure absolutely everything's perfect with it. We've got some paid marketing. We're doing some crazy stuff we haven't seen done yet, really. We got like a subscription newsletter coming, etc. There's so much to talk about. It'll need its own space, maybe.
Yeah, that'll be awesome, man. I look forward to doing that in the future sometime.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, bro. Does anybody, I think maybe it's a good time to like bring out the community and start answering some questions. If anybody wants to say anything or talk to anybody interested in speaking to any of these legends up here. And if you don't know how to use the app, it's like in my app anyway, bottom right, there's like a heart and you click on it. And then there's a hand, like a vertical hand, and that'll allow you to talk, so I can give you speaking access. Looks like you guys are going to get off scot-free without any questions, man. Oh, Duca wants to say something.
Someone.
My man, Duca.
Maybe Prophet has a question too. Who knows?
Yeah, I feel. Hey, what's up, my man?
What's up, man?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, guys, for doing this. And I want to say special thanks to Jason that he did this thing with Murtaza here, that we could speak about it, because I do a lot of things behind the underground or something like that people don't know. I just try to help. So I'm the one with the Ravi, and we started the story about Murtaza to help. Sorry about my English. And I just wanted to say thanks for all guys that followed my tweet. After this tweet, there was a lot of XRD for Murtaza. And thanks to Kilo that you accepted to talk about it here. It's very important for all of us in the community. We all showed that the Radix community is really a great community and the best community in the Twitter space or the crypto space. Yeah.
Dude, thanks for coming to talk, man. I love talking to you. Duca's like unique in that he works like overnight. So sometimes when I want to talk to people and everyone else is sleeping, he's still up like working. So I can really tap into talking to him sometimes.
Yeah, I actually work a lot, and I have 3 kids and wife, and I don't have a really a lot of time. But when I have time, I use it for Radix. So I'm there for everybody. Yeah, for Radix. Yeah.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate you, man. You're another person that does a lot of giveaways. Actually, speaking of that, Duca's all about the giveaways.
Yeah, I actually started it. I saw Bila, Quora, Bobby Flay, and Jason. They were all doing the giveaways. I won a lot of them, and I enjoy it. And I actually wanted to do it myself too. I try to do it a little bit different in some way, that I promote some new protocols that they have to don't have to be new on Twitter space. So I just try to involve more people in Radix and to bring more people in Radix. That is my goal. Yeah, with giveaways.
Awesome, man. I think Murtaza was going to say something too while you're on real quick. Hey, Murtaza, I think you can speak again, bro, if you wanted to say something while Duka was here. Duka.
Sorry to interrupt, Duka. Duka is in alt religion, believe me, okay, you know, is one of the greatest strategists we have in Radix. I wonder, okay, if people like Jordan, because he has too many projects, okay, just recruit Duka as a strategist for the projects. He knows a lot of strategies. He knows how to, okay, set a plan. He knows he's a great strategist, okay, you know, even, okay, he can work with the main Radix team as a strategist, as a planner. No, he's really keen. He's really, okay, somehow smart about these things. He sees the future better than all, and it's very kind. He is an ultra legend. He, you know, he supported me in any way, in a lot of ways. Not only with the giveaways, not only with, okay, the let's say fundraiser program. He's a good teacher. He's a good brother. Okay, again, I tell you, Jordan, I'm telling to you, Duka is a great strategist, believe me. Okay, and if you want to have his ideas about, okay, you know, let's say program development, if you want to have, we have something here in Afghanistan, say direct, let's say that country director, country director. Duka can be a country director for Radix and whole community. He is really great. Okay, this was my comment about him. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, Murtaza, for everything. Actually, people don't know I have a small community in Telegram, so like a private community. So like 14 people now there. You know, I just help a lot of people. They were new in Radix. There are a lot of legends also there with the few traders, really good traders. They're doing only trading. Murtaza is also one of them in this community. So I just try to help everybody if I can, if I have time. Sometimes I don't have time for anything. 3, 4, 5 days. Then I have 10 days. Then I can do it. So I just want to involve more people and to help others to make some money. Okay, we are not all traders. I'm not a real trader type, but actually we are all traders. Yeah, because in some point you have to trade. So we are all traders, and we are really bullish on Radix. In some point we will all have to sell to make some money in few years or something like that. And that's trading too. Yeah. So it with the Babylon, I think it's coming a new time for Radix. In this time we have to be smart, all of us. Yeah, we are a community also. We have to bring more people, and we have to decide when the pools come in OCSwap how to do it really good to make a real good money in this. Yeah, because we have to we deserve it at the end also. Yeah.
For sure, man. Hey, when you are done here, maybe you could post a link to your Telegram in the comments on the Switch space if you want to. It's up to you, bro. But if you want to, it'll be there. I'm definitely gonna post Murtaza's giveaway link in there as well for the charity fundraising. So feel free to put yours in there as well if you want to. It'll probably be pinned to the profile for maybe the next week. And next week I'm going to interview Buff Wild. So probably after about that time, it'll not be pinned, but it'll be pinned for a while. So you can get some advertisement on there if you want to.
Yeah, we talked in a few days ago about what I think we should do in the community. So I saw a lot of people talking about bad things about Luna people that really lost a lot of money there. It's not funny at all. It's just it just could happen to all of us. Yeah, I was in Luna
Sure.
really deep, and I sold it all in time. Yeah, and I had luck, and I have a lot of friends from Luna. They lost millions really. And I just want to, I told you, and I just want to say that I want to bring these people in Radix. They all have XRDs, but they want to bring more, as they want to buy a lot of it. Yeah, but we have to convince these people to come to Radix community also. And I saw that a lot of they tried also with Solana, but Solana, everybody says Solana is shit. I wasn't in Solana, but
Yeah.
everybody said it's shit. Yeah, and I just see this space for Radix, that we can bring these people to us. Yeah, from Ethereum, from Solana, from Luna. Yeah, that are really big communities. We are small now. Yeah, but these communities are big, and these people love crypto, and they were involved in communities, and they have to find a new space. Yeah, we should be this space. Yeah, this is what I think now. Yeah,
I agree, man, 100%. And just so you guys all kind of know what he's talking about, too, we talked about doing possibly an AMA at some point in the future. We haven't really gotten anywhere with the company yet on that, but the goal might be to try to get like outsiders to be around to listen to, or at least ask questions to like Radix employees to kind of, answer questions or concerns they have before they invested, because there is a lot of potential out there, and people just want to know more about things. So it could be a good opportunity to explore, like some kind of a public AMA type situation. That's kind of your idea originally, right, Duca? Do you agree with that?
yeah. We need somebody who can explain everything. This tech stuffs. I know a lot, but I'm not really a tech guy. Yeah, I cannot explain some questions. Yeah, that have to be someone that really knows everything. Yeah, knows everything, that can answer everything. Yeah, because these people that I know, they really know economy. They really know the macro economy. Yeah, and you have to know to answer these questions. Yeah, I'm not sure always. Yeah, we need a really big guy to know everything, a tech guy to know everything, to explain everything about Radix. Yeah, and that these people not only from Radix, it's also from Radix people, but from outside Radix, to come and to see. Okay, here. This is really important. Yeah, this is a good stuff, better than Ethereum. The security is good, because these people lost a lot of money because of security. Yeah, bad security. Yeah, we have to. Yeah, they have to give money one more time. It's not easy. Yeah, we have to convince them. Yeah, so that's one of mine. Huh?
Yeah, dude, it's a great idea. It's a great idea. We'll have to think about how the best way is to do that. I feel like it's great to preach to the choir, and everyone here is awesome. And I'm sure there are some people here that are not Radix people that are trying to kind of learn. But for someone like that, it'd be a great opportunity to be able to come in and learn more about the space. And like I said before, you can learn so much more from talking to people than you can just from reading something, because you're going to think, well, did he mean this or did he mean that? And that's something you won't necessarily know unless you're asking the person the question.
Yeah.
It's so easy to misunderstand people on text, right? Anybody else want to say anything at all before we shut this down?
We need to do that giveaway.
So giveaway is going to be, I'll probably look at the details tonight. I'm going to go through this and kind of look at all the names on here. And then I'll try to get the information out tonight for who the winners are. And then
I see Zodo there. Yeah, he's a winner always.
Who's the winner?
Zodo.
Zodo S.
Oh, yeah, Zodo. Yeah, for sure, man. It must be a good sign that there's going to be winners if we got Zodo around. But I'm going to do that tonight. I'll get the information tonight. I'll try to publish it tonight. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to release the prizes, because they're coming from different people's wallets, right? We have at least 4 people that are and participating in the giveaway. So I'll send. I'm doing the Ratterfly portion, so I'll send that out tonight. But it's kind of up to Yarn, who's the Ratterfly's main guy, that will be responsible for transferring those. And then some things, I guess, they're just wallet to wallet transfers. That'll be a little easier, maybe. Jordan's so badass. He's got a guy that works for him, and he's just like, "Hey, bro, take care of this for me." And his friend hooks him up. But I don't have the luxury of doing that, and I don't think Be Like Water does. Thanks to you guys, though, bro, for donating that stuff. That's awesome. Be Like Water donating nerds over here, man. He's legit. So I think that's about it. Any final questions from anybody?
Thank you for having us, Kilo.
Yo, Kilo.
Yeah, thank you, Kilo.
I have one question. This is like, I'm reaching out. So we're just gonna say 5 to 10 years. Shion is here. The Radix Island is like jam packed. Radix Twitter is like overflowing because we have so many new people that came into the community. Now, Kilo, would you still be doing these like Twitter spaces? If so, how would you like combat all of the heavy traffic that we might have, what we're gonna have in the future?
Well, I'm definitely down, bro. Like, if we like when I talked to Jacob the other day, he's like, "Bro, we're gonna have like 50,000 people on here." Like, and I was like,
That's
cool.
like it's gonna be like some Solana, Ethereum type Twitter spaces.
Yeah, I think what I'll do in the future is if like I'm doing these like every week, and it's a lot of work. Like my 5 kids are downstairs, and they're probably like driving my wife crazy. So I'll still be doing spaces every. I'll do them regularly. I don't know if I commit to every week, but I'll definitely be doing them regularly. And I think we're gonna get some kind of. I don't remember whose idea it was, but I signed up for some kind of meetup in some other country someday when Radix is like worth a fortune. So I'm definitely still going to be involved in some capacity. But if it's truly like a system where there's 50,000 people here, we'll probably get some other people involved to kind of share the wealth a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing that you're doing this. We're at the beginning now, and it will come in some moment that a lot of people really will be there. Yeah, and you are doing that as a community member, and we should, as community do it really every week or every 2 weeks. I know we cannot always. A lot of us have jobs and time difference, but it's really cool stuff. And thank you for doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm happy to be a part of the community, and it's great to see it growing. And I love it, dude. I am going to be out of town for like 3 weeks next month. So if you notice, Twitter just goes dead. I'm not running to A0 or anything like that. I'm just going to visit family. My family, dude, lives super far away, so I'm visiting them all in one trip. So it'll be a little bit of a trip, but that's what that's all about. Just so you know, I will be back and doing bullish things. So thanks everybody again for coming out. Appreciate you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Love all of you guys.